Ladies and gentlemen, today we are continuing the Parish campaign of the Parish Isles. One of these days, I swear to God, I will, in fact, actually update this map, even with all my copious time off, which I spent mostly working on other things. I never got around to it. So, I do apologize for the fact that you're still staring at what is effectively a super zoomed out map. And for the viewers at home who don't know what I mean by this, you see this flag over here? Yeah, this is like a 3-day journey right here. It's a little zoomed out. These are counties, not towns. But anyways, let's pull the chat up. Hey, DarthTyren, what are you doing? Shadow Machine, what are you doing? Thank you for the donation, DarthTyren.
Put that to Link to the Past.
I will put, and thank you, Shadow Machine, for the sub. I'll put that to LTTP.
I tried to photobomb you the other day when you were streaming, by the way. Lore, bro.
I love that. How did you?
Either that or it's Bro Runner, and Bro Runner does.
Bro Runner, I'm the Bro Runner. I run all the bros. Yeah.
You're gonna be a bro.
Yep, I'm gonna bro it up.
Get yourself a little cod piece. You could be a Chad, bro.
Am I on the wrong thing? I might be.
Oh, so anyway, I tried to, for lack of a better term, photobomb you on stream the other day. But did you realize that Twitch requires you to be following you for 5 minutes?
That's a setting I have.
You're allowed to chat.
That's to get rid of bots and
so
trolls.
Your sister, who doesn't ever use Twitch, couldn't hop in and say hi because she had to run an errand and didn't have 5 minutes to wait for it to decide that I existed.
Sorry, that is me.
Yeah, there are some trolls.
Oh no, I know.
God, the trolls.
I was sure that's what had happened, but I still had to give him some,
I've even had a couple of them slide into my DMs and just...
Oh yeah, no, we've had some DM issues. The best part is we can't do anything with the DMs other than report them.
Yeah, no, just report and ban. Bye-bye.
Mm-hmm.
Like, have fun being global. Yep.
Let's see. Towards Jedi Knight. Okay, there it is. Sorry, it took me a little bit to get there. So I'll put that towards Tor JK. Okay. When last we left the party, they had decided, for some reason, to give all their freaking elk to these guards.
Just one whole elk?
Just one elk. We had 2 more.
It turned out to be a good idea because they were hungry. They hadn't had, jerky, proper jerky. This one's doing it too, now that I'm looking at it. In quite a while. So, as a direct consequence, these guys actually aren't here right now. They're over there. So as a direct consequence, the local patrol guards, they were talking with a representative, which is actually this person right there, and they're like, "Hey, what's up?" And if you flip them, they're the same thing because it's tabletop.
Like Duke Nukem all over again.
Yeah, it really is. It's just anyway. So whatever. The point is that they were chatting with each other, and as they were discussing, they decided to approach your party and say, "Hey guys, you wanna join us? Like we are posed for aggressive expansion, but we're gonna have snap tryouts. So if you want to, so now you have to murder each other. It's actually this is my way of introducing PvP. It's been a widely requested feature of the campaign. So I do hope you guys enjoy this PvP arc that we're going to be doing. Hi, Tazara. And hello, S.A. Ross.
So go for Braigwen first because she's got the BC.
Yep. Because she's going to nuke everyone if she gets even a round off.
Yeah.
So she's going to maximize super nuke and just... So you got to kill her first.
Yeah.
And the whole time third is actually snuck out the back.
Yeah. I've renamed the AoE fireball into Force Destroyer. So
it's an apt title. No, so they have invited you to join, and what actually happened? The campaign ended with you guys getting a night's rest, and you are now being woken up and heading out to their camp. Do you guys? I've never heard of that, Tazara, so I'm not sure. Do you guys know if you want to do anything en route? Do you want to scout, talk, chat, or otherwise just fall lock and step? Do you want to try and slip away? Do you want to kill everyone? These are all options.
All the above.
Okay, so you slip out back while talking to each other and them and murdering them.
Exactly.
very productive.
We're heroes. We can do all 3.
It's true. Multitask.
No, I mean, just chatting, honestly, because I want to see what's up with these people and learn a little more about what in the world they're actually planning on doing, because they were very non-specific last time. Oh, we're hugging apparently. Okay.
You are all going in a group. By golly.
Just zerging all.
Oh god. Oh god. Okay, so
Can we not?
hang on. Let's. No. Let's set that. So you guys are just grabbing here to represent you on the overworld map, which is kind of what we got going on here. You're actually right about here, and you're currently heading in a southwesternly direction, kind of like this away.
Found it. Sorry.
I didn't realize I was so ugly, Tazara, but thank you for telling me. My viewers never tell me how ugly I am, so it's good to know. Give me a charisma check, because they're not going to be super open.
Oh, no.
Okay.
Here they are.
So let's see. So I rolled a 14.
You just couldn't afford me,
So that's
Tazara.
15.
Okay, so are you approaching random guard, the lieutenant, or like the clear person who does not belong with this group?
One of these things.
These are your three options, is what this boils down to.
All right, I'll roll dice. How about that?
Okay.
Let's see.
So 1 to 2 is that is red cloak. 2 to 3 is anime swordsman.
Enemies.
And... All right. Apparently, I'm going with Darth Vader.
Okay, so you're talking to Lieutenant.
Okay.
So as you're walking along, you're like, hey, why can't you face the other way? And then she rants about tabletop for a minute. So
Look, I've got the same.
that's gonna bug the crap out of me. Ah, God. Anyways, all right. So,
I think I see what you're saying now about the border lore.
yeah, it wasn't there on any of them, but now it's there on all of them, and I
Yeah.
don't know what changed. I have no idea what to do about that.
If it helps, I don't know what it looked like before, so it looks like this all the time.
Yeah, this is normal. This is the norm. I wonder if this will fix it.
Like
Nope.
sprites are supposed to have borders, right?
Yeah, totally. That's exactly what it is. The lieutenant, you start chatting, and you start talking about, common things, and you start to find out that you actually have a surprisingly large amount in common. And after some discussion, you start to pick up on a couple things. So you roll decently well, and you figure out that this is actually a former Higdat soldier. Now, whoever she has obviously gotten a new job very quickly, even more quickly than you, technically. Do you want to reveal to this woman that you are, in fact, also a former Higdat soldier?
No.
Okay. Real quick. Thank you, Platty, as always, for the sub. I put that towards Empire of Sin. Thank you. So, so she starts chatting, and now I need you to roll another charisma check.
All these charisma checks.
Look, it's not my fault. You wanted to talk to
Is this
people.
character at
It's my
least
second
better
worst
at
stat.
charismaing than Snarg was?
That's
I don't know.
debatable.
He's a lot more intelligent than Snarg, so it probably helps. That's a 12.
Okay. So you two get to chatting, and she starts asking you a couple of weird questions, which kind of throw you a bit, but you don't really think too much of it. And she's just like, okay. And you get the vibe that she's realized who you are. That she's kind of put it together, but she doesn't say anything, right? Now, you're not sure if she knows you're Higdat or just former military, but she's clearly treating you in a more professional manner than you would probably expect, as if you were a fellow soldier. Hey, Jesse, what are you doing on this lake?
I'm not hiding the fact I'm former military. It's just I don't really care to be like, I was on so-and-so side.
Yeah. So, I just realized it's not late for you. You're on West Coast, aren't you? What are you up this early? And she is going to be like, if you're thinking long term, like it's probably best to shack up with someone. I heard of the rumor that the local Baron of Guthrum was actually looking to set up his own little private adventurer corps, like a special ops force thing. And he was just going to hire some mercs for him and keep him on full time in order to, help deal with stuff like that. Something like that would probably be a pretty sweet gig if you wanted to get into that.
Guthrum, isn't that the way we're not going?
No, yeah, we're heading down. Well, we're not actually going anywhere in particular right now, to be completely honest. But I was just mentioning it because, you know, you think in long term, you got to think, do you want to have, like at what tier do you want to operate? Do you want to be part of a city-state? Do you want to be part of a barony? Do you want to be operating on a county? Do you want to be operating on a provincial level? I mean, if you really want to think long term, you could actually try to set up yourself as being under the local title. I can't remember right now. What's above a count?
Baron.
No,
Baron.
Baron.
Oh,
Baron's below. It's Mayor, Baron, Count, Blank, King. Duke. It is Duke. Thank you. You could look into the Duke, who I actually haven't come up with his name yet. I know who it is.
So that'd be what, the Duke of the Island?
Yeah, the whole island is under one Duke, and he is directly a vassal of the King.
I think it's one whole
I've got to
province.
be honest. My plans right now are to do well enough to be well off, but not do well enough to be noticed, if you know what I mean.
So, well, I mean, you still got to aim, right? You got to pick a
Mm-hmm.
spot. So, what are you aiming for? And she's demanding a question. Real quick. Thank you, Tazara,
He's demanding a
for the
question.
sub. Yes, she's demanding a question. If you don't answer the demanding, she's going to question and answer.
I wouldn't mind just. I don't want a position, if that's what you're asking.
You don't want something long term? You don't want something permanent? Why not? And there's genuine befuddlement in her tone here. Like, why wouldn't you want the kind of stability that comes with that?
There's more to lose.
That's true, I guess. But I mean, if you want to just roam, I mean, I guess you could just roam.
It's worked out better for me the past few years.
I mean, if you want, and she laughs a bit. Yeah, no, I can see that. If you want to roam, gosh, I'm surprised you don't want to just head out to one of the frontiers. You know,
So I'm just going through like a mid-career crisis right now.
I just, I'm gonna buy a really, really fancy, expensive horse, and I'm just gonna. I don't know what else you do in a midlife crisis. You buy a car, I know that.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so
Relive your youth.
relive. Okay, so in this
If
case,
you're
you go to
looking for
war.
somebody who's got big aspirations. I don't know. Maybe somebody else in one of my groups. I don't know. Maybe that person. Who am I pointing at randomly here?
Who you point at?
Maybe not the guy who's got his hand bandaged.
He's got great career advice.
Maybe not bring attention to the mage. That shadowy figure right there.
And
Big-
so,
big aspiration.
so the lieutenant kind of looks over at Shadow Machine. It's like, yeah, I'll go have a chat with him. Thanks. And then she wanders over to Shadow Machine. Hey, how you doing?
How's it going?
And so we were talking career moves, right? Like you guys, you seem like you got a decent thing going together. But it's really short term, right? Like, and your buddy over there, he was just telling me that you're the one who's kind of like the career-minded one here. You're the one thinking long term. I was just wondering what direction you were going in, because like I've kind of got my own gig going. Obviously, soldier, but like where are you going with this?
Well, I know the ways of the nobles pretty well. If I could get in high enough, I think I could manage to overcome others in their stations with my skills and knowledge I have.
You want to go up the ranks? You want to climb into the upper crust? Okay.
I wouldn't be opposed to it.
That's interesting. Okay. Yeah, no, I'm with that. If okay, I'll put a pin in that. File that away for later. Let me see here. This is gonna be a long trip. This is gonna be like a 4-day trip. If anybody wants to do anything over the next 4 days, this is kind of time to mention it because nothing's gonna happen on the way there.
1 1/3 flag trip. Got it.
Yes, it's gonna be a trip.
Can't barely think.
Why is Tyron's thing wrong?
What's wrong?
I demand that you stop being wrong. There, it's now right. It's right. It's corrected. New computer, new setup, new everything. Why? No, so okay, I can't. And you know why? Mirrored. Okay, Dive is so dark that he is invisible over here. So Dive has to be over here. And you'll notice that all 3 Pokemon stand up neatly against the wall, whereas over here they do not because of the window. Now the Star Destroyers, I'm still working on those. In fact, you may not have noticed, but this actually isn't even completed yet. So
It's 2.
Oh, God.
Well, yeah, but the other one is.
Well,
And
yeah.
they need some sort of stand then so that they have some height to them.
Actually, the whole reason I pulled this out is I assumed it would come with a stand. Guess what doesn't have a stand?
So you get to order a.
Yeah, I'll figure
Try
that
to
out
stand
at some
for them.
point.
Oh, damn it, Jesse.
Just whatever. That's no. Hang on. I'm not allowed to talk about this on my own show, but all I'm saying is this one half of a Star Destroyer is Rise of the Skywalker, and it can destroy a planet. And there's hundreds of them for some reason.
Sounds like a good movie.
We're done. Okay, so on the way there, you've got plenty of elk, you've got plenty of dried elk. You might be a little sick of elk by the end of the trip because it's your breakfast, and they've got beans too, and so they can mix the beans and elk. You can have elk bacon, all that kind of stuff.
Okay.
Again.
When you finally start to arrive at your destination, you notice that instead of going southwest, you've actually ended up coming over here. And you approach these ruins, which you may or may not remember from having mentioned earlier and been near them. It is currently set up in a rather large military camp, right? And on approach, your people who are walking with you are a little bit confused looking. They're like, because there's not really anybody here. This is an abandoned camp at the moment. And they're not really sure why that is or what's happening. Fortunately, there's someone who's bouncing impatiently over to the side, desperately trying to... No, she is actually there, though. This is the funny part. There is a small group of people headed up by a young, roguish-looking woman. Can I... Yeah, hang on. Let me get rid of your picture for a second here, sis. Or no, I'll just do this. Here. Nope, that's the wrong you. I have too many U's on the screen, sis. Sorry, give me a second. There we go. This is a bad picture, but it's roughly what she looks like if anyone wants to look at stream for just a moment. This is also... I know it's WoW, whatever, but I can't draw, so... This is kind of what your species looks like, in general.
Gotcha.
And that's what she's got this roguish hat-looking thing. Nice outfit. She's got a really weird hunk of metal that is in her holster. It's sharp for some reason.
It's sharp.
And it's in her holster. You're not sure why, because it doesn't look like a weapon, but it's whatever at this point. Real quick, thank you again, Tazara. Please stop giving me subs. I do, as always, appreciate your support. You haven't put any of these towards anything, by the way. Except for Jessie continuing to do Star Trek stuff, which is important. She needs to keep doing Star Trek stuff because she's awesome. But I can't give her... I mean, I can give her money, and I do give her money, but... Point being...
I don't need the money you...
Point being, you're on
Does
approach.
that mean I get to pick?
No, because... Oh, it is your pick. Okay, never mind. He's decided it's your pick.
Ah!
You need the link?
No.
Okay.
No, he knows the things that I want him to do that he keeps refusing to do because he doesn't have time.
Well, I don't have time. What are you talking about?
This one's going toward watching the freaking Witcher.
So believe it or not, that is actually a category. It won't happen for a year, but it is a category.
What, you're going to watch the Witcher?
So I'll put that towards
do
Witcher
this
streamination.
Because eventually,
Yep.
I would like to,
Just wait a year.
for lack of a better term, fangirl with you.
No. Wait about a year, and it needs to be funded for the next run we do.
Does it actually follow the lore of the novels?
God, I hope not. Sorry, I
I'm
shouldn't
not
say
gonna
that.
talk about it.
I shouldn't say that.
Okay. I'm not gonna...
I don't like the novels. I like the games.
And I haven't read
yeah.
them, so I couldn't answer it anyways.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I mean, I've read a few of them, but...
He
But I
says
have-
he has copies of them, and he has not brought them. Had.
Eric has them. So unless you want to go to Arizona right now.
I was about to say which Eric.
Hmm.
Opa Eric or other Erics?
This woman, whose name is Nama, because she never gave me a name,
Phenomena.
she rushes up and kills everyone in chat. Just, you're all dead. Everyone is now dead.
Oh crap.
Welcome to the
Alright.
ranks.
Reroll.
Okay, campaign over. Thanks. Bye.
So I'm not going to make you take the lead here, sis, unless you want to. I'm not going to make you take the lead unless you want to, But the point is, you have been left behind as the person to inform the rest of the troop by the army, which has already left this area.
Well, it's on fire.
Well, listen, this area is not on fire. This area...
It was.
No.
No.
It
No,
will be.
you're over there.
This
Not
area's
Will
not.
be.
The fire is a couple days that away.
Yeah.
It's you guys set a forest on fire inside a
Yeah.
world where they don't have helicopters that can drop fire retardant liquids on them.
Yeah, that forest is gone.
Hey,
It's
Not us.
super gone.
Braigwen.
In my defense, I forgot we were in the middle of a forest.
And you forgot
Every
to...
defense you've
And
ever
I
come
did
up
not-
with for this
and
is
I
awful.
I didn't know that the sap
But
mines.
do you want to know? Do you want to know
were
how I found out
flammable.
you guys burned down a forest, or what my response to you guys burning down the forest was?
My guess was
Probably because Laura's screaming
No.
about
So
it.
Lore Bro goes. So they set the forest on fire, and it
Was-
might start a civil war. And I was like, oh. And he's like, yeah. I was like, are they in California?
Oh my god, that would
Oh.
only count if it was a gender reveal party.
It wasn't.
No,
No, it was
Weren't
just
gender
Braigwen.
revealing your party?
no.
Just Braigwen not paying attention to me telling her, hey, this is flammable, and mistaking it for, oh, hey, I should set that on fire instead of, I should not set that on fire.
In the interest of fairness, that is how I run my campaigns. You can do whatever, I can roll with it. You guys aren't going to change the setting to a significant degree, that's why this is canon.
I mean, it was one of the very few times in which we rendered Laura speechless.
It did, because what was happening...
No. I went back and watched that segment earlier today. You were just like, you cracked up and you
Yeah,
just,
no, what was going...
you nailed your head down. It's like, I don't know. I need to think about this now.
Well, no, yeah, that's exactly what was happening. I was like, okay, hang on. I got to think about that. Because there's so many consequences for that.
Can I pause this for a second? I need to say hi to my son. Hi, Teal. My adopted internet son.
Oh, gotcha. Speaking of which, thank you, Nadaz, for that sub. As always, I put that towards Starmancer. Thank you. She is there as part of a small group has been left behind to inform you of the fact that the army's already left. So, Sis, do you want to do that, or do you want me to do that?
Sorry, I was typing at my son.
I'll do it. So, they're like, what's going on? Oh, well, the army's already had to move out. Well, why? Well, from what I understood from the commander, there's been some kind of a fire in the local northeast, and it's spread completely out of control. That forest is gone. Gone? Yeah, it's completely gone. Well, yeah, I mean, I heard bits of it, but I didn't realize it was nuked. Yeah, and you can see what that means. Yeah, how are we gonna, like, are we withdrawing? No, don't worry. This is actually all, we've decided to go ahead and move forward with the plans. Have you contacted the pause? Have we gotten orders yet? No orders yet. We've decided to move forward, and we're going to go ahead and wait for orders. That's part of why we're here. And we were going to wait to catch up with the other groups, because that's tomorrow, yes, John Colley. And see what they have to say. And you can get the feel that both of them are trying to talk in pseudo-vagueness and keep screwing it up, because you're present, and they're trying not to give away too much. But you can... pick up pretty quickly that this group was connected to the army that you've already seen advance on Guthrum. So they're discussing this, like, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? And so they kind of go off and they start talking more in a distant corner, leaving behind one of the scouts who is standing there with her weird dagger.
That's a weird dagger.
Thank you. I found this off of yes, I found it. It's quite pokey. Would you like to try it out?
Depends on which end you want me to try out, but sure.
So she will pull out her sharp stabby bit and hold it towards you from the back end, which is nicely wrapped in a purple dyed ribbon, and say, "Be careful with the other end. It's pokey."
Thank you. All right, so I'll grab it.
Take 10 damage.
Okay. Ow.
Now take 20 damage.
All right, I'm dead.
Okay. You did it. You killed your first. So hang on. A little honor rank up appears over your head.
Wrong.
You're now rank 2.
And then after you've inspected it, she will take it back and very gingerly reattach it to the makeshift, scabbard type, not quite functional thing that keeps her from stabbing herself with the odd roundy pokey bits.
She's just got a bunch of like fluff, like literal just cotton balls shoved into there, and she just kind
With
of
some leather straps on it to kind of hold it together.
She insists. Okay, guys, this dagger is really important to her. It's her backstory. All her backstory is this dagger.
Yeah.
We actually didn't decide her backstory because... Oh, no, we kind of did.
We ran out of time.
Yeah, we ran out of time. We haven't even set up her proficiencies yet, so she doesn't get any pluses to anything.
And everything about
no.
you, including what you're proficient at.
Well, you see...
I stab things. No.
I thought you were a scout.
How last minute was this?
Last hour would be an accurate statement.
Last hour.
Threw the idea at me yesterday.
And she said she didn't want to be involved, and I said that's okay, and I was really sad about it.
And said, "Hey, do you have a minute?"
Oh shit.
Oh no, it's gonna.
And
be
then we
more
went down the rabbit hole of he sent me a Word document, and I was like, I cannot.
Yeah, she needs spreadsheets for character sheets.
It does not have any structure. There's too much. I can't keep it organized. And so, a good portion of that time was us finding one of my old character sheets that we could make work.
Sis, it would occur to you at this point to recognize that these people are people you don't recognize. Now, as a direct consequence of that, you can put 2 and 2 together and realize that these are either bandit recruits or mercenaries that have been hired on to the army. You're probably going to want to figure out which one it is relatively quickly and in a circumspect fashion. After all, you are not sure how much they know about what's going on.
Yep. So as we're talking about my dagger, offhand, funny quotes, intentional. She'll say so. Like, was this your guys' camp? Like, it looks pretty run down. How long have you guys been here?
Us?
Yeah.
The first time we've ever come
It's the
here.
first time we've ever come here.
Oh. Well, you do know that to the is that east?
Whatever is right is east.
Okay, that's what I thought. So to the east, there's a forest burning. So I hope you're not trying to go that way.
It's
No.
been a topic of conversation for some weeks now, yes.
Yeah, it's in places the fire's starting to burn down finally.
Yeah, we're aware of the
Really, that
fire,
place
but
is
we
still burning?
but now we weren't trying to go back. We weren't trying to go to where the fire is. No, we're just
Well, that's
kind of.
that is always helpful. Are you headed anywhere in specific?
Not particularly. This group that we just arrived with asked if we wanted to join up with them, and we said, sure, we'll go with you.
Oh, okay. So planning on joining for the long haul then, or just grouping up for safety reasons?
Not entirely sure yet.
Oh, okay.
They are astonishingly undecisive. It's driving their GM crazy.
They were very insistent that we come with them.
There's this
They
voice
were.
from the sky that tells me, it might be helpful if you choose one or the other.
I don't care which you choose. Just choose. We're done.
But no, personally, I think
All
joining
of a
up
sudden,
with
there's
this
a burning bush that pops up and says,
Listen.
"Do you want the red pill or the green?"
Wait, I have a
don't
prop for
drugs.
that.
But,
Keep me away from the drugs.
me personally, I think I like the idea of joining up with this group and
There we go.
following where it goes.
What do you know about this group? You seem to be familiar with them. Scout with a dagger.
I've been working with these guys for quite some time now. I'm pretty good at sneaking around where I need to go, and I'm pretty quick on my feet. So they send me off to do scouting sometimes, and sometimes I do run errands. And right now I was told to hang out so that I could make sure that they knew where we should be headed off to next. So that's what that is, and I guess now you guys are tagging along.
For the sake of the viewers, I want to make it clear for anybody watching this VOD that neither side knows whether the other side is bandits or troops.
Nope. Well, we're
And you-
obviously bandits because we'd have Cockney accents if we were.
Oh, that's true. Go get some booty, I guess. I don't know. How does a bandit talk? Get us a right. See, my first thought is orc. Whenever I get that accent, I was gonna get a right proper log. Gotta get some red bite. But that's probably not what bandits want.
So out of curiosity, where are we planning on heading off? Since you'd probably know.
Do I know?
You absolutely know, but what you answer is much more up to you.
Okay, out of character. I don't remember what I know.
So, all right, hang on, let me text you.
See, that's not fair.
Are you
don't
texting
know what
me,
you
or
know,
are you
but you
are you
don't-
texting
but
me,
you-
or are you discording me? Because
Which is preferable?
uh,
Because I can do either on my phone.
whichever works easier for you. I actually do have my phone in front of me,
Okay.
so I've got Discord pulled up and I've got my phone in.
So you go and debate that as you think about how you're going to
So
deal with them.
she goes through and she's she's talking, and she's like, oh well, it's we've been here, we've been there, we haven't really got orders yet to do the things, and so we're and you get a lot of hubbla while she waits for God to tell her things that she's supposed to already know. And pulls out her other dagger at one point while she's thinking about how to answer. And it's like, yeah, this one's much more like what you would expect to see in a dagger. The handle that's not going to hurt the user, and the sharp pokey bit at the end that's been hardened to a nice stiffness, and the spine's softened a bit so that it has more flexibility to it, less likely to break if I were to slice through some bone or accidentally slam it into a rock or get it stuck in some wood. I may or may not have been, oh hey, the thing came through.
It is the very model of a masterwork.
She
dagger.
pulls out a small, strange little rectangle that has
What is
a
that
bright
sorcery?
screen on it. Looks very much like blasphemy. You might want to have to kill her.
I don't care about that. I do appreciate a good dagger, though. It's hard to find ones that have just the right amount of stabbiness for purposes.
Well, I mean, if you don't mind holding still for a minute, I can show you just how good the stabbiness is on this one.
Oh, no, thank you. I've been, stabbed a few too many times in recent time.
Yeah.
Oh look, the fire's out.
Yeah.
Off in the east.
Yeah, it's now just smoldering rubble.
Smoldering ash.
Yeah.
Meanwhile,
good.
6 hours have passed while this scout has been waiting for an answer from God.
I mean, this is
In
a
my
you
great.
see-
defense, I have a wall of text he just sent me. A wall.
Literally
How
stalling
the
for
hell
prophecy.
he can type? Oh, you used speech to text, didn't you? You muted. You cheated, cheater.
No, I love this
Oh,
group
you brought
already.
Frostmourne out. Okay.
We've
So-
joined them in Stonehenge. and-
As you're talking, this thing comes out and just kind of jams straight into the ground and starts talking. It's like,
That's
hey,
bad on your sword. Go ahead.
which part?
Stabbing it into the ground.
I know, but he does it all the time. Like, you see his idle animation. It's one of his most common idle animations.
And
Shunk.
then he adjusts his gloves.
Adjusts the gloves and then pulls it right back out. And then shunk. Hang on. Shunk. Shunk. It's so strange. Anyways. This comes out and starts talking to her. You don't hear. Like, all you hear is, like, the weird, whispery kind of... And she can understand it, of
Well,
course.
hello, Nihilus.
I mean, if you're having trouble speaking, I've got like some throat loss. So I'll just.
Please do. My throat really hurts.
There you go.
So where do you, like, how do you?
Yeah, the throat calming rune. I put it there.
You just carve it onto the side. Oh, thank you. That's much better. That is yes, sis. Eventually, once you finish your current round of orders, you know what your current round of orders. I can say that out loud because
Okay.
you're here to inform any stragglers, including the group that just showed up.
To be doing that thing.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So she's gonna say, yeah, well, there's been some issues with the fire coming through, and I'm supposed to be headed off to go go assist with some recovery efforts.
I'm gonna need a charisma roll, by the way, as you're lying here. Anybody who wants to try and
Remind
contest.
me of how I can roll shit.
Well, you roll a d20.
Yeah, how
And-
do I do that? I don't remember where I found my dice.
Oh, you're doing it in game.
Oh, you want me to do it in game? I can do it in person. That makes my life much easier if I
That-
don't have to do it in game.
Yeah, no, just do it. I trust you.
My dice has expanded since last time.
Oh my god.
This thing is full.
Jesus.
Well, pick a d20. And I don't have your character sheet up, but add your charisma mod to it. And nothing
Yep,
else, because you didn't finish setting up your characters. That's all you get.
That's not my fault. That's not going to be much. It's going to be an 11.
Okay, so anybody who wants to contest her, this is your chance to do the same.
Unnatural 20.
Oh,
I'm
got-
lying.
well, I also got an
Look,
18.
she turns and
I
she
got
looks at you and
22.
says,
Well,
I'm lying.
charisma's my highest stat.
Yeah,
Fine.
she's actually the talker of the party, even though she doesn't usually get to talk. But...
But not because I
Introvert,
want
you
to. Yeah, she turns around and you're like, that seems a little suspect. And she turns and she looks at you. Yeah, I'm lying, but that's because I'm not allowed to actually say what I'm actually doing. So, sorry.
Listen, there's things, there's policies.
I'm just gonna sit here and stare for a minute and just bask in appreciation and awe at the absolute honesty.
After the attempted lie.
After the attempted lie, yes.
Like,
Look, have you... My boss sat me down and he told me under no circumstances am I allowed to disclose information to anyone who's not already in the know.
Well,
okay.
but what
I
if somebody
appreciate it,
wanted to get
Hagrid.
in the know?
And they have to go
So-
through my boss and
Oh.
or
Yeah.
one of the people of similar level to my boss.
Is there anyone
Well,
around
there
here that
is,
could?
Yeah, is there anyone?
You were
around
talking
here
to the
that-
lieutenant. Do you remember when I pointed to the burning bush that said, pick the red pill or the green pill? And
Mhm.
y'all decided I didn't do drugs? Yeah, you can't talk to the bush, but I mean, I'm just saying.
All right. So if we
Sorry.
want to know, we have to commit to the lieutenant that hey, we're going to go along with your stuff.
I mean,
I guess nobody really likes a party that doesn't decide what they want to do.
it's a
Yeah.
loyalty thing. I mean, like, do you really want people that could be working for an enemy? Or,
If
or
they-
just a chaotic element? Like, we are a cohesive group here, and you can tell she's trying really hard not to use a specific word. We're a cohesive group here, and it's just there's order and there's rules, and if you have people that don't have to follow the rules, then it introduces chaos, and things can get ugly and misinterpreted, and then there's like levels of, I don't know, like
Command.
clearance and red tape, and like if you're at this level you can know this stuff, but if you're at that level then you can know these other extra things. And
No, I'm just sitting here
I-
listening to this and
But
thinking
I
back
mean,
to my days in the military. And I'm like, oh my god, again, not again.
I tried to get away from the military, but you can't.
I just don't have much ambition. I don't actually know how long I've been in this gig. I've lost track. It could be a couple of weeks.
Never actually came up with it.
could be a year, or 30, or I'm 187. So. I don't know
No,
when
you
I'm-
never gave me your age, so I just put in a random number. Right about at this point in time, the lieutenant and the
Walks over and smacks me upside the back. of the head.
bandit comes back. The lieutenant says, "What is your freaking character name, by the way?"
But you don't even know her name? She's been here for 100 years?
Here, she's 7 now. No, hang on, I got it. 21. There you go, 21. And your name is...
I told you I was fine with my character name
No,
being
no,
Stan.
no, we can't do that, though, for reasons I don't want to go into right now. Let's
I know
call
it's not
you...
gonna be. Okay.
Auralia. That's your name now.
It's flag.
Auralia.
Oh, okay.
That's your name. Congrats.
Okay, my character name is now Auralia.
So she walks up and says, "Hey, Zan." Now I gotta move your thing. Pick a font, by the way.
What are my options?
All.
Everything.
Every font.
Literally,
If-
he will literally.
I will go download a font.
Times New Roman.
Okay.
Oh, that reminds me.
Sure. Hang on.
Well,
I was-
how weird you
I
are.
do not want to
Honestly,
be Times New Roman.
Okay.
honestly, Comic Sans might fit you.
Sure, we'll do
No,
Comic
oh
Sans.
God.
There you go. She now has Comic Sans.
Yellowtail.
Yellow? I don't know if I have that.
As I'm just randomly scrolling through Google, being like, "What are fonts?" Fonts.
Yellowtail.
While you're editing that stuff, do you mind adding an L to the end of my name?
I do. A great deal, but I will do it.
All right, thank you.
Laura's allergic to THC, so no.
Yeah, Laura's super allergic to tea. Like can't
Yeah.
breathe levels of allergic.
Huh?
He probably wouldn't do it anyways, just because he doesn't like not having control of himself, but that's a separate and unrelated issue.
As someone who has
Standing
been
is
in a
that you
mosh pit with
Lose control
about
of
20
yourself.
people smoking around me, no, I don't like it.
With someone that's had several very timely surgeries that have caused me agonizing pain, I don't like, the opioids that I needed to take to numb the pain.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of that either.
I'm not allowed to because it does bad things with my SSRI.
Yeah, my
I'd just say no.
highly sensitive.
To quote my friend,
opioids.
You don't mix uppers and downers.
I love vaping and
So,
vape all the time.
True.
I'm doing it right now.
So it turns out I am highly sensitive to opioids, and the last time I took a very small dose of gabapentin for about a week, I lost feeling in my everything for about 3 weeks.
Okay, random thing. Have you ever seen the Trolls movie 2?
No.
I haven't seen the second one.
There's a scene, it's in the trailer, and I've only seen
Oh
part
wait,
of
is
the
this the one where they have the cat bus?
No.
I don't remember if that's one or two.
Oh.
I've seen one of them.
I don't, that doesn't sound familiar to me, so it's probably one. Anyways, there's this bit where they're being drugged, and they're like, "This is so great. I can't feel more fresh," and their whole faces. That's Braigwen.
Yeah, that was for 3 weeks. I was literally, I couldn't taste, I couldn't smell, I couldn't feel the wind, I couldn't feel anything, and I was pretty much kind of going a little cuckoo there for a little while. Don't like it.
Lieutenant, she addresses. No, she doesn't say that. She says, "Zan,
Yes.
have you been?"
I stand up real stiff and straight and kind of flip my head back around. Yes.
Have you been
I
kibitzing
totally wasn't saying things.
with the? Oh my god, Zan, we've talked about this.
You
you
told
are-
me not to lie. I didn't. I mean, you told me not to tell the truth. I didn't tell the truth. I mean, you told. I didn't give away secrets.
Zan.
What?
It's okay.
We'll
It's okay, stop.
join up just because she's so damn cute.
All right, listen. And the lieutenant's gonna walk up to the group of you. You are surrounded, by the way. I didn't arrange that on accident.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we noticed.
Yeah.
And so, and she's gonna like, "All right, listen. Oh, my men are dead. No, what happened? Listen, I don't.
I don't
Hey,
know. It was the
boss.
strangest thing.
Hey, boss.
Yes.
When I was with the others, they gave me some bacon.
They get.
Apparently, there was this group of adventurers that came through and they gave us bacon.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
We're-
Do you want some bacon? I also have some jerky. They gave me a
No,
bit of jerky too.
You keep the jerky. It's okay. You keep it.
You want the bacon?
No,
I fried
because
some up. It's
I-
it's still fresh.
I have eaten
Not quite
nothing
hot anymore.
but elk bacon for 4 days. I'm good.
We gave them all of that.
It's
Yeah.
been here. Have some.
We
She
had-
gives you some.
You're the bacon barons.
We're the bacon.
That's what
Yeah.
That is our group name now. We are the Bacon Barons.
Bacon Barons. I accept.
I need to make a note of that one.
That was great.
While you're talking, she's like, Zan, it's okay, just come. Another gentleman walks up, and you recognize him.
I do.
No. Well, actually, yes, but also no. The four of you recognize this person, and I just realized I need to pull up. Did I import him already? I did. I know this is just whatever, but he'll do.
Oh crap.
So he comes in, and you recognize him as a merchant lord that you actually already encountered. I think it's actually a she, but whatever.
Cobbs.
It's cause.
Yeah, Cosb is correct, and he's like, hey, what's going on? And it's been well over a week at this point, so he doesn't actually recognize you on sight. But you've encountered so few people that he just kind of jumps out in your memory. And so he walks up and
Friendly to me.
yeah, he's friendly. He's like, hey, Zan, what's
I'll
going
run
on?
over to him. Hey!
Yeah, what's up?
Did you get any of the bacon?
Listen, I've been on the road for the last 3 days. I haven't had any bacon.
Oh my God! I fried bacon up this morning. There's
You
there's a group called the Bacon Bandits. They're right there.
The Bacon Bandits?
No, Bacon Baron.
Bacon Barons. Bacon
Oh,
Barons.
the Bacon Barons. Okay,
Bacon Barons.
I may need to start. Well, let me see these Bacon Barons. Hang on. He starts pushing past you a little bit to see them. Like, what are these? You guys dealing bacon? Elk? Do you mind if I try some of that? You know, and he just takes a piece straight and strong.
There's
I could sell this.
there's elk jerky.
I could sell this. You guys want to? Listen, we could get together. We could get some paperwork going on this one. We could And right about now is when he.
Boss lieutenant just comes over and like picks me up by the back of my shirt.
Yeah, then she's just like, oh,
Just
come
kind
on,
of
come on.
Puts you down, pats you on the head. Like,
And right about now, he starts to stall a little bit, and he's gonna roll a dice on this one, and he rolls crap. So he's like, "You look a little familiar. Have we crossed paths before?"
Yeah, we met in Guthrum. We entertained the idea of guarding you on your trip out west.
Oh, you're working for the Baron.
we
Wow.
were.
We were.
When he says that, all the guards pull out their weapons. By the way,
We
Me too.
were. Not anymore, though.
Yeah, no.
Me too.
That fell through hard on us.
Yeah.
Huh. And why exactly are you no longer working with the Baron?
Because he's
Look
no
east.
longer in power.
He's what?
I don't think
But
so.
he's not going to be in power long.
Yeah, no.
And also, look east.
He also stiffed us.
yeah.
Well, that's a good reason.
Yeah.
So,
You never
Left us hanging.
not pay the help. That's just rule 1 right there. Pay the army. Pay it on time. Pay it well.
yeah.
All right, so you've decided not to work for him. That's interesting. And he just kind of drums his fingers as he's staring at you for a long minute. The guards are really tense, by the way. They're like, do we attack? So what do you four fine gentlemen and lady intending to do right now? What are you doing here?
Well, not die, hopefully.
Let's come back to that.
We've been given an offer to join a group that we don't know the name of. They don't know their goal. So we're just waiting for more information right now, really.
I see.
And we are amenable to joining up if
Sand
the
pops up,
information is.
And then she gets like her mouth covered by her boss.
No, it's okay, Lieutenant. Zan, you were going to say something?
I'm not supposed to say.
Lieutenant! Lieutenant removes her hand.
I could tell you who we were working for, but
Alright, let me just piece 2 and 2 together here. It sounds to me like you stumbled onto something, and the options were kill you or get you to join. Does that sound about right?
pretty much.
Yeah.
Oh,
We
Well,
approached the
oh,
border.
but yeah.
The soldiers at the border were kind of hungry, and we sort of exchanged an elk for a night stay.
It's a good deal.
And yeah, and we they approached us in the middle of the night and asked us to join.
All right. So who do I negotiate with here?
I'll speak for
What's
the
your
group.
charisma, by the way, Shadow Machine?
17.
Okay. It's just amusing to me. Poor Braigwen. Never gets to use her charisma check. All right, Mr. Shadow, I believe it was, if memory is
Yes.
serving
For being an
correctly.
introvert, I know.
A little disrespect to it's Mr. Machine.
Oh, excuse me, Miss... No, Doctor. I didn't spend 6 years in assassin school for nothing. Now, Dr. Machine, if you will come with me, please. And he walks into the middle of the group,
Kill him.
along with you, and basically pulls out like a chair and offers you a chair and just sits down. It's like, hey, have a seat.
That's
And
it.
Lieutenant's over here. Zan is ready to stab. No, Zan's ready to stab third. I think that's the most appropriate.
Oh. Okay.
She looks very confused, but she's got both stabby sticks out. And
This person's actually still over here, by the way. They're just kind of off to the side.
she
So-
kind of turns to like one of the other soldiers. Is like,
Can,
did we
can I
not
get a
like
chair
the
too?
bacon?
So I'm going to go ahead and be nice and legitimate with you, okay?
Intelligence is not her strongest.
Oh, that's what we've honestly been hoping for. Get a little clarity on the situation.
Perfect. So, you can join us, or you can die.
I mean, that was the choice we were given, so.
Now, here's the deal. Hang on, hear me out. I don't really mean this in a villainous way. And in truth, he is not speaking in a villainous way. The problem is you have stumbled onto affairs of state. And as a consequence of that, I suppose we don't have to kill you, but I don't think you would enjoy, like, just basically being a prisoner for an extended period of time, because we can't let you go blabbing. That's just, you understand, right? We
Of
cannot
course,
allow you to go and just go blah, 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 to whomever you might actually be working for, or whomever might be willing to pay, either in terms of money or land, or who knows, maybe just the night's drink. I'm not sure. But regardless, we need to make sure that you stay quiet, and getting you to join is probably the best option. Now, I'm not going to try and press gang you, because that will not engender your loyalty. So instead, I'm going to try to convince you, okay?
Works for me.
So, we are, as you have probably already guessed, and he glances over at Zan for a second.
She looks sheepish.
Repres-
She kind of tucks herself away off behind. Oops, I picked up the wrong people. Kind of tucks herself away off behind this friend.
Yeah, we are
There's a
representatives.
friend still.
We are members of the Special Ops Force of the Gasca County. We have been sent here as part of a long-term operation which has been undergoing for several months now in an endeavor to try and destabilize Whiskor and Alcar relations. In the process, we have succeeded marvelously, cut off several avenues of trade. I've become rather wealthy in the process, of course, but then again, I'm also helping to bankroll this operation, so I'm kind of in it as well. Oh, and we had our army already in the field and ready to march when someone burned down a forest. Now, I'm not naming names. I'm kidding, he doesn't actually know, so he's walk that back. Someone burned down a forest, and that sort of
Didn't
forced
they
us to...
just admit to me that they were the ones that?
Yeah, but not to
burned down the
him.
forest?
The merchant
Yeah,
lord
but
was
they
over there.
admitted to me.
No, we didn't. No, we didn't.
No, we didn't.
I thought you did.
No.
No.
Yeah, we told you that we got you some elk.
Yeah.
Look, they're the bacon bandits, okay? They don't have anything to do with
Barons.
firearms.
Barons. We're not crime lords, I swear.
All of you have, like, the fedoras, every single one of you, and the...
Oh, God.
Anyways,
Good tie.
so given the circumstances, we could absolutely have a position. Mercenary work certainly can lead into paid professional work. As far as a long-term gig, we have plenty of work that doesn't involve going into an army and fighting another army. The question is if you would be amenable to becoming what is effectively a Spec Ops forces for the Count. Quick reminder...
On the count of Gasca?
quick reminder: King, Duke, Count, Baron, Mayor.
So, working for the Count of Gasca.
Or we put you on ice somehow. I honestly, I'd rather not kill you. I don't like excess killing.
I
But
don't want to kill the guys that gave us bacon.
listen, Zan, we can get you more bacon.
You promise?
No.
Oh. But I like bacon.
Well, if the options are join you as a Spec Ops group, death, or just
I'd rather avoid death. I don't like death.
I mean, technically, it would be a promotion, so
it would be a promotion from wandering mercenaries who just
Yeah.
loved their
Didn't you
last
guys
job.
just say you were unemployed?
yeah.
That does make a bit of a promotion.
A
And
little
boss
bit.
pays. I
What
mean, I'm
does it
just
pay?
saying.
So my eyes just go directly over to the. Okay.
So, well, yeah, we never did get paid that bar from the Baron, so we're not
Yeah.
exactly very amenable to, Guthrum or Aklar right now. So I don't
Yeah.
see why we can't join up with you.
Concur.
I'd like to join up. The rest of the group, I think, would be amenable. So
Now,
let's
what-
just.
What would be really funny right now is if like 3 of you were like, yeah, we signed up, and then third, who's been pretty quiet, is just like, no. And so what happens is like everyone, including the rest of the party, has to kill third.
Boss fight, let's go.
Yep, let's do it. Challenge mode. It's Mage Tower.
Just get my symbol here, stab it.
Anyways, third, you haven't spoken though in character.
Well, I'm asking what the benefits are. What's the pay?
Benefits and pay. Well, the first benefit is, and then he stabs you as hard as he possibly can.
Hey,
That's
look,
not a benefit.
your own share and steal.
Well, maybe you're just proving you have good insurance.
I am. No, check it out. Hey, check it out. Whoosh.
It does come with health insurance.
All right.
You got medics. They bandage you up real nice.
So you'll get a stipend that's regular monthly, regardless of anything else. Let's say that's about 6 slips or 60 currency. That's on the top, like that's completely regardless of anything else. Any given jobs you do, depending on what the job is and how well you do, will come with what is effectively an individual bounty. Going to level with you. It's going to be lower than you.
Bonuses.
Yeah, it's going to be lower than what you'd be able to negotiate independently. I'm not going to lie about that. But it will be reliable, and there will be consistent work.
I mean, it's government work, of course.
It is government work. You will have a area that's kind of set aside just for you. We can figure out where that is later. That's kind of a paperworky sort of a thing, but it can be your hometown. You can stay there, rest, and when you're there, food and board are covered. Obviously, we have plenty of talented cooks who can cook for you and clean and all that fun stuff, and take care of your equipment, armor, that sort of thing. We'll also be able to supply you a little bit, not much, basically at the same level as the regular military.
What
sounds-
about any benefits for special skills we can bring, aside from the normal?
If you do jobs really well, then you get bigger bonuses.
Let me give you an example. I'm a medical professional.
Really?
Yes.
We could use a medic in several fields.
Mhm.
So I'm going to send you straight to the front lines. Go fight in the army.
Seems like a bad place.
All right. You would know. Okay, so you're a medic.
Yes.
What kind of benefits are you thinking, sir?
Well, I would obviously need access to some more expensive materials to perform my craft.
I see what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
Well, fortunately for you, I happen to have a rather extensive network in the area, so I would be able to try and get a hold of items, either at a discount, depending, or just covered, depending on, like, if you asked me to get you, I don't know, like an actual chunk of healing-infused magicite, that's probably going to cost you, but if you want some nice healing kits or some, low-level enchanted items, I can probably just cover that.
Okay. That's good enough for that part.
Zan puts away one of her daggers, seeing that negotiations seem to be going well, and pulls out a strip of bacon instead. It's the nice dagger that she puts away. She keeps out the pokey stick.
So
So it's gonna hurt more, is what she's saying.
yeah.
She's
Not
become
gonna be a
she has
clean
become the bad cop at this point.
So
No, she had both out. She put one of them.
Yeah,
away.
that's when you were the good cop, because that would be a clean kill. Now it's a unclean kill, so it's a bad cop.
I mean, right now it's bacon cop.
Yep. Right now you get a slice of bacon and death.
I mean, on one hand, yay.
Death by bacon.
But,
Well, I guess there would be worse ways to go.
I mean, yeah, sure.
Party apparatus eventually.
Let's make it happen.
So let me ask another question.
Sure.
Do you have any mages in your employ?
Mages. Roll charisma.
Okay.
Ooh.
He laughs, says, pull out your dice.
Yeah, pull
You know what?
your dice, boy.
I'm gonna reverse time.
Oh,
Roll again.
what did you get? What'd you get?
I got a 4.
Pro tip: would not have succeeded.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
Thanks, babe. You're the best.
Yeah, it's a little bit better now. It's a 13.
13. Oh. Mages. Yes. Sir, I think you're well aware that mages are a federated resource. Any mages...
don't do this type of...
Yeah, mages are... They're at the kingdom level, sir. We don't have any mages here.
That seems okay. So this is. I mean, I'm not trying to be offensive, but is this not an important enough task for that?
I mean, we could try to petition the king himself for some mages.
How much would it cost to actually get a mage in here?
Oh, God. And he actually, like... I don't even want to know what that would cost. That...
More than I
Well,
will
get-
make in a lifetime.
I mean, if you had to ballpark it.
If I had to ballpark getting a
Not that
mage...
you know what a ballpark is, but
Well, it's... I know what a ballpark is. It's when you go to McDonald's and you jump in the pit. You know.
No, yeah,
Oh,
okay.
God. So
that's a
I'm
ball
I'm
pit.
literally fidgeting during this entire thing.
Yeah, you should also roll charisma, by the way, Braigwen.
You know, I'm trying to figure out shouldn't I? Ooh, an actual 20.
Oh, nice.
God damn.
So that's so you're able to keep your cool if you choose to. You know,
Yeah.
your veneer is
Yeah,
up here.
I'm just like,
You're fiddling your wand slowly, circumvently slide it under your
Just gonna
robes.
pull it out here. I fought a cadaver. Oh wait,
Wizard
wrong
hat.
thing. Sorry.
I'm just
Pull out
kinda
the
going,
sword that you don't know how to wield. So like you're not wielding it like in a proper manner. You've got it like by this, and you're like I'm ready.
Oh god.
I'm ready.
Oh no.
And then your second hand's like here. Like oh.
You edge over, you're like, hey Zan, can I borrow that other dagger?
No, you're actually holding it like this. Like
Jesus Christ, this is literal bat.
I'm ready. Yeah, you're bonk. So you are able to keep your veneer. So he's considering third for a moment. He's like, I don't know. The services of a mage would be very dangerous. Anybody who wanted to try and make known the services of a mage to a group like this would certainly be rather valuable, but that is, I will be freely admitting, a little bit above my pay grade. I'm just a financier. I don't really deal with affairs of state. Threat.
just trying to see how big of a deal this really is.
You get, so I don't know how much, so Braigwen's backstory covers this a little bit, but I don't know how much of this you covered third. But yeah, mages are literally a federated resource. This is for the viewers as well. As in, if you are a mage, you're working for the kingdom. If you are a mage who is found who is not working at the kingdom level, then that's a problem. And anybody who is discovered to have magical talent is, enrolled and enlisted, and there's a whole thing that goes along with that. As a direct consequence, mages also tend to be a part of the aristocracy. The overwhelming majority. Braigwen. But, not all, obviously, because anybody can become a mage. Anybody can learn the craft. It's just the overwhelming majority tend to be that because they're the ones who have the time, the money, and the effort in order to put people in school for it, and blah, 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 blah.
If you're a working class person, you're too busy out in the fields to be able to discover that you have latent magical abilities.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was one of those that was sponsored.
Mm-hmm.
You've been adopted.
And your family does not like you right now.
No.
Not that plot thread will ever come up.
I mean, no.
Anyway, so
But I'm well aware of if they find out I'm a mage and I haven't told anyone, I would be in some severe trouble. So I'm just like,
There's my
I
sister's
mean, I have
forehead.
no other real talents beside this, so I'm debating whether or not it's starting to look like I really should.
There you go. So third, you are aware of this too, obviously, but again, this is partially for the viewer's sake, since this is a world they're not familiar with. So if you're going to oust yourself, I personally wouldn't do it with this guy.
No, I'm not. I'm just seeing what the
Yeah, no.
price might be.
I mean, if you want me to ballpark it, he says in character, I don't know, I'm sure any mage who was doing that kind of work would simultaneously make more and less. Because on the one hand, they would blur out the webcam so you can't see anything. And on the
Sorry.
other hand...
I had to move the CPU. I had to move the tower so that I could get the webcam.
If you need to turn it off, you can turn it off. It is okay.
No, it's fine. It's fine. I just needed to. It was bugging me that I was all the way over on this side of the webcam.
Hang on, let me scooch more to the side. All right, so what I was saying is... Well, no, now you can see Dive. Oh, he's over here. Dive a little bit better, see? All right, so if I was to ballpark it, see, the problem here is, well, a mage would be worth quite a bit. They'd have to keep it on the down low, which would be a constant stress. And whoever's they're working for would have to pay off people and ensure that certain people don't see things. And it's a whole issue. So there's extra risk attached. But I could say they'd probably worth, just off the top of my head, 10 times what anyone else could command. You know,
Interesting.
600, or I guess that would be 60 slips. That would be 6 strips at that point, a month, you know, that kind of thing.
So
I just honestly never heard a price put on it before. I was curious.
I'm just mumbling, just like, yeah, nobody can afford that.
I've never even seen a mage before, so you know.
Yeah, mages are pretty uncommon in this setting.
I haven't combat before. It's not fun. They're very rare, but you know.
A combat
You've
mage.
seen a mage?
Ex-military, yeah.
She'll walk over, completely still with the sharp stick in her hand and the bacon in the other hand.
Mm-hmm.
Is it true that they're like 5 feet taller than everyone else because the magic infuses into their bones and just makes them big?
Some of them actually, that does happen with, yeah.
What?
But the thing with mages, you see,
Is it true that their hair crackles with energy
it can happen.
and their eyes glow?
That happens a lot.
And for some odd reason, their cloaks billow around them like there's a breeze, even when they're inside?
Yeah, that's a thing that they get enchanted like the first time that they do it.
Yes, that's 101. They do that in school.
I'm just
Do
literally
they
doing this in my
make
cat,
brooms to
trying
where
not
they
to
can
laugh.
fly around and they just float? They don't actually walk anywhere. They just float.
You already rolled.
And sometimes they have like clouds under them.
Now that's just a rumor because that makes you an easy target. They don't actually do that.
Is it true that they all wear those pointy hats with the stars on them?
Certain ones do.
Wow.
Certain ones do. No, I mean, the thing about mages, though, it's insidious. Anybody, even in the group you're with, could actually be a mage. You don't really know until they actually do something.
You mean I could be a mage?
No. But
Oh,
Well, you just said anybody could be a mage. Doesn't that mean I could be a mage?
well, a secret.
Oh my
mage.
gosh! And
They have to.
she puts the pointy bit of metal very
Not the
carefully into its sheath, and drops the bacon, having completely forgot that it's there, and gets her hands out and does jazz hands. It's like, alakazam, shmakakazoo.
You can start a fire.
Braigwen, this is a good time to mention, by the way I do my rule set, there is such a thing as stealth casting. It is basically a stealth roll to not be detected when you cast a spell. It is more difficult to do the higher the level of the spell.
one of my things, yeah.
Yep.
I'm just sitting here, just like,
Point
okay.
it out for no reason.
No, I'm not going to do that.
Honestly, from what I've seen, being a mage in the military is really, really boring because you spend most of your time surrounded by bodyguards.
What?
And then at
You mean
one
I
certain
don't even have? Do the guards bring you like bacon? And
well, they'll
grapes?
bring you whatever you want, trust me. But you sit there for hours and hours, and then somebody gives you an order. It's like, put a fireball there, and then you're done the rest of the day. Because why would they put you in the front line?
That sounds so much easier than my job.
I'm sure. it is.
Boss, can I be a mage now?
You're gonna have to
No,
get
in
sponsored.
character, I'm literally laughing.
It's really boring. You got to go through years and years and years and years
It is years of study.
of study.
Yeah.
If
you mean
can
you have to
afford it.
read books? How do
Yeah.
you know? Why do you know so much about being a mage?
Because I've talked to one before.
By the way,
They
I'm
let
gonna
you
need a
talk to
roll
her.
from you, third, on this.
Okay, what kind of role?
A
That's a
charisma
charisma
roll,
roll.
because you're lying.
Lying to us.
You are deceiving to their face, sir. And I'm just gonna do one roll for the whole group.
Not too bad. 16.
Okay.
Nobody
jumps on you and stabs you to death.
That on mine.
Okay. In a tie versus this actually doesn't come up very often. You're not sure, but it tends to lean towards the defender. So you just think he's giving you a little bit of a ride. You don't realize that he's actually straight up
You
lying.
haven't actually seen a mage. You're just pulling my leg. You don't deserve to be a bacon baron.
Bandit.
No, baron.
Baron.
Oh,
Baron.
right. Sorry.
I said baron, and then I messed up and said bandit. You're just a bacon bandit.
No.
Ooh.
You're thinking of a different group, the Bacon Bandits. They're the ones that have a king called BB King.
That go and steal all of the
yeah.
bacon.
Yeah. Anyway, no. I mean, like, believe me if you want to. That's what I know. Some of it may be rumors.
Embellishments.
Yeah.
Tall tale. He's lying through his teeth. I mean, I'm just saying.
I'm just telling you what I've seen when I'm putting people's organs back into their chest. Anyway,
Can
back to payment.
that comment there, putting people's organs back into their chest, how advanced is just generic like surgeon doctory type technology?
Really bad.
I was gonna say, is surgery actually a thing?
I mean, yes, but surgery's been a thing in real life for in the hundreds of years range.
Yes, here, yes, I know. It started off, and most of the time people died.
Yep. Think
Yeah.
that.
It's that level.
Okay, this is actually a valid question to ask. Technologically speaking, these people are actually really low tier. They are a little bit spiky in terms of certain specific techs because magicite flows on this planet. Like, there's tons of it. And so there are quite a few aspects of their technological progression which basically haven't happened because they have been supplanted by magical augmentations or enhancements or whatever. So basic bare bones sawbones medical techniques are not super great, but most of them are enhanced. So for example, third actually has a kit, or you might have used it by now.
No, I've still got it.
Okay, so that magical kit literally does have magical healing energy infused into it, which assists with the whole thing. So for example, he can do something like, say, perform surgery on Tyron's hand.
Mhm.
And Tyron's hand is a lot better than it should be instead of him dying from infection, because
Wow.
actual magic was used to graft. Make sense?
I was just wondering if he had given away that he's doing something he shouldn't be doing
No.
by saying he's
No,
putting
I'm-
organs in people's
I'm not
chests.
being figurative when I say putting organs back into their body. I'm being literal.
No, I was just assuming. I knew technology wasn't at the level it is here, so I was assuming that putting somebody's organs, they're still gonna die, so like you wouldn't have bothered.
There probably are, but if it works, it works. As long as you
Yeah.
get stuff off a limb and hope they live.
It's
Yeah,
red
yeah.
to red and white to white and hope everything will be all right.
Bite this and hopefully you'll wake up in the morning. Anyway, anyone have any questions about the deal?
I think Tyron does.
No,
Nope, you gotta jump up. Go ahead, say something.
not really. I'm down for this.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he's down. I think he's down. I'm down. What
Yeah.
about our lovely female?
Yeah.
Who's been over in the corner quiet, trying not to laugh this whole time?
This sounds good. Better than
Alright.
what we were doing.
Yeah. So I
You
think
mean wandering aimlessly?
Yep.
yeah.
And eating elk for months.
Well, that part was actually pretty good.
Oh
I
yeah.
mean, it's good elk, I'm just saying.
It's the best bacon I've had in months. It's the only bacon I've had in months, but it's really good bacon.
You're welcome.
So yeah, I think we shall join up with you, Mr. Cosp.
Well, very well. I suppose we have an accord then. He shakes your hand.
Shake.
All right, kill him, boys. No, I'm kidding.
Zan,
Um,
Zan, this is with the pokey stick in her hand, and she's like, "That means I can put this away now, right?"
Yes, you can put it away. I guess you are also a lieutenant, so put it away, lieutenant. All right, now here's the deal.
You guys are left seriously questioning how it was that I've been able to get up to the rank of lieutenant.
Yes.
She's really good at whatever it is she's good at. We haven't figured that out yet because she hasn't finished a character sheet.
She's good at stabbing people.
It's okay. Surely
Possible.
she'll finish it by the time she officially joins the
No,
party.
no, she won't. She will never finish it.
Well, she has like 3 weeks now at least.
Yeah, because we're taking... by the way, as a reminder for the viewers, we will not be streaming the D&D games next week or next week. We'll come back on the 7th of January. Because of holidays.
You.
Oh, what time is it? Okay, so... everyone just kind of fiddles around. You realize that, in relatively quick order, that what's happening is they're not really in a hurry to leave, as they're kind of, making camp, basically, because there might be other groups who are going to sync up. And sure enough, only like 8 or 9 hours later, another bandit group shows up and, reports in, and Zan rushes over and does her thing, and is very adorable and terrifying.
And she is much less circumvent now that you've decided to officially join the party.
Yeah, so she goes and briefs them and helps them, and they get distributed. You get the general gist that they're debating specifics of how to distribute people, because they're talking about whether they need to head back to the capital or go join the army on the field. It is my duty as the GM to point out that if you wanted to sneak out, this would be the time to do so. Like, if you want to bail, this is your big opportunity.
I'm gonna be working for a count now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if we bail, we're going to be pursued
I mean, I'm just
by
pointing
a
it out.
whole ass army.
Just pointing
If
it
we
out.
wanted
Maybe.
if we wanted to
I mean,
get out now, we'd have to like go to the west side of the island to get away from their sphere of influence.
Yeah.
I'm
Mm-hmm. And I do
so
not
sure
want
about
to.
that.
I do not want to find out the bad way why the talkative chipmunk got lieutenant.
I'm not a
No.
talkative chipmunk.
I
I am
mean,
talkative. I'm not a chipmunk.
I don't want to know. Okay. If she wants to tell it in a story, yes. If I have to find out in the field personally, no.
it'll be fine. Don't worry about it.
No, we're
You're just
gonna be.
die.
At one point, like, all of a
No.
sudden, I just pop up behind you guys. What you guys talking about?
Oh God.
Deserting.
Just letting you know, I found some eggs while I was out earlier, and I'm gonna be having eggs and bacon for dinner. I think I might have enough to share with like maybe 1 or 2 of you. Just letting you know. And she walks back off as another group of bandits starts coming in.
She is frightening and helpful, and I don't want this pursuing me. No.
Yeah.
Hey, the count.
I have a low intelligence but high wisdom. I know.
It'll be fine. I don't know. You're just freaking out over nothing. So I'm hearing a.
Guys, from my perspective, having spent multiple years with Lorebro as a DM, there are lots of times where things that look like they're doom aren't actually doom.
Yeah.
And you can throw a bag of water at it, and sometimes it fixes it.
Oh my god! Don't do that.
But
Never do that.
I mean, wish
you
had
gotta
a
find
bag
out
of-
the hard
It
way.
worked though.
It did work, and it shouldn't have. 2 times in that campaign, you guys fought a boss and then immediately stopped because you talked it down.
Well, we did that earlier ourselves.
That's true.
Yeah.
Although you did basically also defeat him, so.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Just-
His men.
And I didn't burn down the tavern.
Came close, but.
Well, I used ice, not fire.
You destroyed the building a different direction.
If she wanted to do that, she
Look,
would
if that
use
building
earth
is
magic.
destroyed, then it's,
I
it's
mean,
because
they're
of
going to be
something
tearing it
else.
down for firewood pretty soon anyway, so.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think they're gonna be. They are going to be tearing it down. I think the people who are taking over will be tearing it down.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, look, I say we write it out, and if things start going south, I mean, we know which way to go.
South.
South, literally. Mhm.
Okay, so
Right.
several hours have passed as you're debating this and kibitzing amongst yourself, and occasionally have a young woman walk over and talk about bacon and eggs, and then leave.
At one point, I hand Braigwen an egg and bacon roll up. So when you get it, it's egg with strips of bacon and a piece of like a thin piece of hardtack that's been kind of softened, like think tortilla, and then rolled up into almost a burrito style shape. And hand that off to you with some sauce that I've made up out of the bacon grease and some flour.
Nice
I
work.
pointedly don't give third one because he was lying to me about mages.
Liars
pull my
don't
leg.
get bacon.
I didn't lie to you.
It's a nice bacon and egg kolache. Okay.
No,
Well,
no,
that's
she,
true.
she's like, no. I may not be the smartest, but I got some street smarts, and I can tell you weren't giving it to me. True.
Mhm.
And then she like hands ones to Shadow, who's standing right next to you. I only had 4 eggs.
Thank you.
What are the boss?
By the way, Shadow, as he's standing there, he's got his arms crossed and he's leaning up against something, and his cape is just billowing randomly. There's no wind. He's just doing that.
Oh no.
She like elbows Braigwen. Is he a mage?
Mm. I'm debating whether or not to say that he ate the beans. No, that's not magic. That's beans. It's okay.
You have beans? Oh, if you give me some beans, I can make the best soup. You add a little bit of bacon to it, and then I think I know where I saw a farmer, like I scrounged a bit of corn out of his thing. I could make a cornmeal. We could have bacon, beans,
I
and
walk over to the
cornbread.
side and just start
Oh my god, that'll be
meditating.
good. That would be like awesome enough to feed us for like, even if it was all 5 of us, like you give me like a quarter of a pound of beans, I could probably feed us for 3 or 4 days. And then that salty bacon fat and the beans and then the cornbread, and if we could find a cow, I could sneak in and milk it, and then we could have butter. Oh, and then buttermilk.
Right about now, Mr. Cosp starts heading over. It's like, hey, what do you... Hey, Lieutenant, do me a favor.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh, do you want an egg wrap?
no thank you, but if you could go talk to the quartermaster in the 3rd tent, second from the left, and get some buttermilk, please, I'd appreciate it. Thanks.
Really? Can I have a sip?
Sure.
Oh, you're the best.
So
She toddles off.
she toddles off. Hi, Spartan. And when she's gone, he hesitates for a moment, cracks his neck, says, so, I got a job for you guys.
Okay.
Here's the deal.
I heard that.
I'm going to be nice and level with you. There's a gentleman named Vorth. And Mr. Vorth, he lives over there.
Did you say 4th?
There's
a gentleman named 4th, so now we have 3rd.
Yes, we have 3rd and 4th. He's actually his arch nemesis.
And my brother.
And his... Oh, yep, because that's how that always works. Mr.
Next told
Vorth...
me he's your identical twin.
Parents were really
It's actually
uncreative.
all of those things in the row. So, Mr. Vorth, he's a rather well-positioned lord. He lives over in the Burnsley city, down in that barony. And what I want you, gentlemen and ladies, to do is I want you to get in there, and I'm going to need you to procure a couple items from him. He's got a chest. It'll have a bunch of paperwork. Rather than tell you the specifics, just take all of it. Just bring the paperwork, okay?
Seems efficient.
And he's also going to have a ring somewhere. And he's going to describe something of Braigwen. You know exactly what this is. It's a signature ring.
Mm-hmm.
And it's worth noting that in this setting, signature rings are magically enchanted. I think I've actually already mentioned that. It's kind of... You guys actually went through this process when you were getting your coins and representing them. So I'm going to need you to get the coin. And I'm going to need you... Thank you, Spartan. And I'm going to need you to get the, unless you're talking to Sis, in which case she should say thank you. And I'm going to need you to get the papers. He's going to be in this building, roughly. He's got several warehouses in town. He's pretty prolific. He's probably going to have some pretty good guards. They're probably going to be mercenaries like yourselves. I would rather they not die, but I don't care if they do. But
What about the man himself? Does he need?
Oh, no,
to...
he needs to stay alive. That's very important.
Okay.
He needs to stay alive. But I need you guys to get in there. I need you to get these things, and I need you to get out. Do you think you can do that for me? We'll consider this your first mission.
Let me know when I come back.
Pretty soon. Just not yet.
Out of character question. Would a black mage, be able to cast sleep? Or no?
I think sleep's a yellow spell?
Oh, okay.
Yes, it is.
So that would be third.
Mhm.
Okay.
As I say, I'm pretty sure it's a yellow spell.
Third in character.
As
I
a
don't think
black,
has
you're
added
pretty
him
much
out
limited
itself
to
as a
destroying
mage yet.
things.
Yeah. Because, I mean, I can freeze?
I mean, you could freeze him to death, and then
Yeah.
he would be very sleepy immediately thereafter.
This isn't Frozen. It doesn't work that way.
No, it's fine. They just unfreeze, and then everything's fine forever for some reason.
I think we'd be okay with doing that for you.
Excellent. So once you're done, oh, there she is, Lieutenant.
Yeah.
Coming back with the buttermilk.
Oh, here's your buttermilk.
Oh, thank you. Actually, you know what? I can do better props. Oh, it's good buttermilk. Did you have some?
He actually had some fresh milk with it, having not the buttered, and I had to take a sip of that instead.
Here you
Wouldn't
go.
let me have any
You can have the rest of
buttermilk.
this. You can have the rest
No,
of this.
it's okay. I was gonna make
Lieutenant.
talking about the buttermilk. I was gonna make buttermilk
Lieutenant.
cornbread, and then
Take
but
the-
I don't have the corn yet. And
Take
I
the
can't-
buttermilk.
Yes, sir.
Okay. This is a good time to mention, and my sister has been wonderfully doing this in character here. But this guy is not a part of the military. He's just rich. He is, however, giving orders to everyone here who is part of the military, and they are following them.
That's how it
So
works.
that means he's aristocracy.
And I just wanted to point that out to make sure our viewers are especially aware of that. Again, Sis has been sliding into that beautifully. But, yeah.
There's
So,
also a chance he's a mage, so.
that is totally not happening. And yeah, meanwhile, Tazara is just dumping subs on my face. Because, I don't know, it's showering subs all over my face. I don't even know how to deal with this at this point. I don't have a prop for that. I have pins. Hang on.
Now we need someone to add.
I can grab my pins and just shove these into my forehead for each sub that you give. How's that sound, Tazara?
That sounds painful.
That sounds horrific. Please don't make me do that.
Oh.
So hang on. Now I got to bow for 25 seconds. So thank you, Tazara.
Wow, if we can go up a level. Sweet.
Bizarre has a pen. Three.
Yes, you have 3 because you asked for 3. Thank you, Tazara. Usual question. Where do you want those to go? So, Mr. Rich Guy says, all right, excellent. After you're done, I actually have an office in that area. I'm not going to be there personally, for obvious reasons, but they already know what they're doing with, and I'm going to send a rider ahead with you. So what I want you to do is I want you to get a hold of him. Here's the directions. He gives them. And Lieutenant,
Yes, sir.
I'm going to assign you to this group. Your job,
Sure, that's wise.
I am 100% sure that's wise, yes. Your job is to make sure...
Boss said last time that I really shouldn't be working with groups that I show my best efforts when I'm running around on my own because I talk too much, and sometimes the other groups, they don't like me because I talk too much, and then there was that one time where I accidentally killed the other one because he got so mad he tried to fight me, and then I won. But if you're sure, boss.
So I'm going to assign you to this group.
Okay, boss.
And you go with them. You make sure they're doing their first mission as special ops for the Count. And this mission is on behalf of the Count. And I want you guys to...
Aren't they all always on behalf of the Count? Like, aren't you? I mean, I'm just saying. am I not supposed
that's
to say
no,
that?
that's valid. That's
I
valid.
cannot say that if you want me to not say that. You guys didn't hear that. I haven't been given permission to say that yet.
It's okay. I just wanted to make it very clear that this is your first official assignment.
He doesn't stab me.
It's okay. You should just tell us everything that you shouldn't. That way we can tell you that you shouldn't have told us that.
Perfect.
That's what normally happens. And then we have to, silence them occasionally. But it seems like you guys are in the know now, so I'm allowed to talk. But I think I'm still above you guys because, you're not lieutenants yet. And even then, a lot of stuff's on I need to know. And, I get sent off on a lot of stuff that other people don't get sent off on because, Anyway.
Yeah, I know why that made you a lone scout now.
But I think you're a riot, so I'm glad to have you with us.
And she says, well, I better go let the boss know that I'm going off to do this thing so that he can have somebody else pop in. Because, most of the group's going to be moving on here in a little bit. And somebody's got to stay to make sure everybody else knows where they're going. So, and then she kind of toddles off like mid-sentence and starts yelling, little bits of things backwards as she runs. Oh, and if you decide you want an egg rack later, just let me know. I've got one more egg, and I mean you have all the eggs that you need because you're the merchant boss guy. But if you don't, then I think I know where I can get another one, and I can make you an egg wrap. The bacon's really good in the egg wraps.
I'm just over here.
And I made a bacon gravy. Oh, and if you know where I can get some cornmeal, that'd be awesome because the Bacon Barons, they said they have some beans, or at least the lady said she had some beans. She's a real nice lady.
So I go to Mr.
We'll need to
Cosby,
pick up some beans while we're there.
I think I broke Tyren.
I go up to Cosby and be like, where did you find her?
She, I'd explain her backstory, but we haven't written it yet, so...
Also, this is
I'm not actually sure.
This is where you start making up my backstory on the fly.
This is
No.
supposed to be a
Like,
You're supposed to-
they didn't find me. I found them, and they just haven't ever been able to get rid of me. And so eventually, they just gave me a rank and started paying me.
Well, there you go. You just made up your backstory.
Yeah, that's what I'm telling them. Is you make this stuff up on the fly. Not everything has to be planned for months in advance, and then my character accidentally touches a black crystal, and all of a sudden we're having to find a quick shot way to get her into things.
That definitely never happened.
No, I didn't almost TPK the party.
Well, I mean, there were things in the way to prevent people from dying horribly, so... The point here is that he looks at her and he says, actually... I was one of the ones who got her and her whole group connected with the Count's private military force. She was one of the holdovers after the explosion. And he just kind of lets that sit because everyone knows about the explosion. Yeah.
Even the explosion.
So for our viewers who haven't actually been watching the backstory very, very briefly, you may or may not notice, where's the game? There it is. Over here, there's this place which used to be a very, very rich magicite vein in the Foreign Moth Mountains. And it detonated, which caused a very, very large magical explosion, which was felt continents away. And also, coincidentally, also completely annihilated everything within the immediate vicinity. That place is basically a wasteland right now. There was a
monastery included.
Yeah, there was a nice monastery there too. It's not there anymore.
It's over there and over.
Yeah, it's a little bit distributed. They're expanding, aggressive expansion. So
At one point, Zan toddles back and she's like, "Into the monastery. Here's," and she holds up the rock. She, yeah, there was a flying rock. I found it. And it looks like it might belong to you. No, that doesn't happen. I'm kidding.
You were about to say you would know that how?
She's been a little bit off ever since the explosion. I have a feeling that she's not the only one. So she's very good at what she does, whatever that is, whenever she decides it. I'm not going to decide that for her. She's going to have to decide that for herself.
I'm going to have... Oh, yeah, no.
No, you have never decided proficiencies.
No, I know. We were going to, and then it was time to start, and that's not my fault.
But she is 100% at fault, and she's also very good at whatever it is. And she'll be able to keep you safe, and of course, she'll be your contact with the rest of the group, since obviously I don't want to just send you off on your own for your first mission.
Don't worry, sir. I'll make sure they stay in line. I got my sharp pokey stick with me.
Excellent. You have my permission to kill if you need to.
Yeah.
I'm
I mean-
kidding. Lieutenant, put away that was a joke. That was a joke, Lieutenant.
You didn't tell me to kill him. I wasn't going to kill him now. I was just going to show him what I would kill him with.
Oh my god, Lieutenant. She's not going to kill you. Although if you turn on her, she might. You have my permission to kill them if they turn on you, okay?
If you start the fight, I'm going to finish it. I mean, I don't... It wasn't my fault that he had to die. You know, he is the one that tried to stab me in the back as I was walking away from him anyways. And for what better reason than what? I stole the last macaroon?
He really
Didn't
liked
have
those
his name
macarons.
on it.
Actually, it did.
It didn't.
He-
It just had an initial on it, and the chocolate had melted, and I couldn't tell what it said anyways, and it was... It's their fault for not getting me one.
That's true.
I'm not sharing mess duty with her.
Why not?
Hey, as long as you don't steal my food, I'm quite a happy person.
Yeah.
And you guys gave me food.
Yeah.
I like food. I like bacon. Bacon's really yummy.
Well, we'll have to try to get a wild boar next time. Boar
This
meat
is going to
a
be
much better
fun getting
bacon
into there
than-
without being noticed.
Yeah.
Oh no, I don't have a problem with that.
So she uses the Assassin's Creed approach to stealth, which, for those of you not aware, means no one can detect you if no one's alive.
I mean, this is true.
That is not the approach that I use.
I'll just walk in here.
I mean,
Just
that's
trail.
basically the approach I use on most games, but whatever.
Yeah, there's don't be detected, and then there's ghosting. There's a reason there's that distinction. Anyways.
I enjoy ghosting in Deus Ex.
Oh, I love ghost playthroughs. Anyways, so, having successfully given you your first mission, he wanders off. If you guys want to get any provisions or special supplies, you can, but they only have whatever they have at the army camp, so this isn't great. But this is the time to shop if you want to grab something.
Yeah, I have literally 5 shavings left. So,
I have 3, so
yeah.
and we still have a good amount of food from our
Yeah.
Hey
from our
boss.
last shop because
Hey merchant boss man.
Yes.
we got those elk.
Does our last deal for the last job that I did for you still apply? When I get back, you'll pay me in cooking ingredients. My bonus, I mean.
I've been trying very hard to find the specific type of truffles that you have requested. It has proven difficult, but once I find them, they will be
That's
yours.
the IOU from the last job. I'm talking about the next job. First.
Guido!
The next job, I'm looking for some stuff that isn't.
Hey, Guido,
Hey,
dude.
Guido.
Hey,
Long time no talk.
Hope the throat's doing better. I know it's not good yet, because if it was, you'd be here, but I do hope your throat's doing
Yeah.
better.
Anyway, so she'll be like, look, this time, the stuff that I'm asking for isn't going to be that hard to come by, or at least it shouldn't be that hard to come by. It'll kind of depend on the forest fire, and if they were able to scrounge some of it up before it was. But I'm looking for some specific, like, tea leaves this time, and they should have been grown in that region. I was really hoping I could sneak in and harvest some, but with the forest burned down, I mean, I wasn't. It was all gone by the time I was back on, and so I wasn't able to get some. And so maybe we might be able to get some out of the town. But anyway, if you could just keep your eye out.
As usual, Lieutenant, just put your request in writing to my adjutant. They're in charge of actually finding the specifics.
Did. I was just making sure that our deal was still on.
Our deal is absolutely still on.
Awesome. Guys, you wouldn't know this, but he can find the rarest stuff. Like this one time, he got me this slug, and I know eating slugs sounds like it would be disgusting, but this particular slug is it when you fry it up with a little bit of this and a little bit of that, and then it ends up more, tasting kind of like octopus. Anyway, it was really yummy.
When we met him before, he did have some igni meat, which is very
Yeah.
interesting.
He did, yeah. I'm surprised you remember that, but yeah. My sister is just unintentionally kept with canon.
No, I intentionally kept with canon.
There we go.
You forget some of the things you tell me sometimes.
Entirely possible. By the way, hi, Imperial Structure. So, is anybody going to try and procure anything? You don't have to. This is just the time for it.
Well, I mean, Braigwen kind of promised the new addition there some beans, so
Yeah.
You might actually need to procure some beans.
I mean, you still have plenty of elk and your rations.
Yeah.
So you have nuts and elk is kind of what you have.
Okay. Um.
I mean, that's a meal, right?
It is. You know, it's the college diet. Actually, that's way better than the college diet. I take
Yeah,
that back.
really.
So much better than that.
Never mind. I'm gonna walk that one back.
Cardboard and salt.
Yeah, I've been on the college diet. Ugh.
Oof.
It's probably one of the most unhealthy times of my life, and I've been starving before.
And I really don't have any money to get anything with.
I should probably mention that whatever you're getting here is going to be free. It's
Oh.
part of the benefits thing we mentioned earlier.
If that's the case, give me everything.
Which
Obviously, I'm guessing there's a limit.
I mean,
There's going to be some logical, use your
I'm not
brain
gonna worry about
limits.
beans until we get back, because
Hey, Codex.
I mean,
I
so
really like these Fire Emblem sprites. These are nice and varied, and I could use these for all kinds of things. These are great.
Oh yeah.
I'm really happy. This is a good. You actually gave me the idea, Shadow Machine, because like, here, use this character. I'm like, oh, I could use the GBA ones because they're good sprites in my opinion. The GBA ones.
Yeah, absolutely.
So if you guys want to pick anything up, question mark.
And yellow mages wear armor.
Yes.
What
Wow.
kind?
There we go. Like you, I think technically they can't by class default, but you're professional military, and in this exact setting, every mage is professional. Blah 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 blah. So yes, you can absolutely.
Destroyer, we're using Tabletop Simulator.
Oh, thank you, sis. All right, I wasn't looking at chat
No
for a second.
worries. I figured out how to get the chat to pull up.
Mm.
So I'm able to see things now.
Holy moly!
I know, right?
Fingers crossed, Guido.
Yep.
Yeah, seriously, Greedo.
Yeah, we are all pulling for you. I know I say that every time, but it's still true.
Mm-hmm.
So can we?
So
Can you requisition some class appropriate armor then?
Yeah, absolutely.
That's
Lore
nothing
bro,
for me.
Discord.
So
Yeah.
All right. So let's see. What do you? I don't actually know what your current armor is.
My
So
current armor is clothes.
yes, we can definitely do better than that.
I think I'm pretty set. I mean, I have my cloak, which has a lot of pockets, and some just leather armor I have. So I think I'm pretty set.
So in that case, let me pull up just a 5th edition armor thing real quick to get a baseline. Because I'm pretty sure they have. I know they have better for Yellow Mage. Braigwen, what are you wearing?
I am wearing clothing.
That
And
they
a
have. Okay, so you have to take off all your clothes. All right, here we go. So,
She'll actually, like, as they start handing out the armor, she will grab Braigwen by the hand and say, "Oh, no, come on! I know a spot where we can go where nobody will see you," and drag you off.
drag.
So you don't have to change in front of everyone.
Okay.
All right, so, what's both of your dex mods?
Oh shoot! Give me.
I know yours is terrible, Braigwen.
Yes, mine is absolutely crap.
I remember yours being
Dex
like
mod
-1.
is -2.
Okay, third, what's yours?
+2.
+2? Okay, so
That's not bad.
so what's going to be offered is either regular plate or half plate. The difference is regular plate does not contain a disadvantage to stealth and is slightly worse AC. Half plate does have disadvantage on stealth and is slightly better AC. These are the options.
Regular plate then.
Okay. So so that's going to be 14 plus 2, your dex mod up to 2, which you probably already know. I don't know why I'm telling you that. But you now have a breastplate. Braigwen, which would you like to go for?
I'll go half
Okay.
plate.
Now, to be clear, by the way, that disadvantage to stealth will also apply to any stealth casts.
Yep.
Just want to be sure. Okay.
Yep.
So that's going to give you an additional 5 AC over what you already have.
Okay. Additional 5 AC. Make it 13. All right.
And
Oh yeah.
let me think here. Shadow Machine, what do you got right now?
Leather armor. That's
It's probably as good as it's really getting, honestly.
that's as good as I'm getting. That's all I need.
Yeah.
Because
Okay.
if I try to go higher, I'm just putting
That's good.
myself at a disadvantage.
Yeah, and same with... Okay, so weapon-wise... let me think about this for a moment. Let me think. I think everyone has the best generic weapons that they can have. I'm debating if I want to give you access to something better than generic.
Well, you could. I don't know.
I
maybe
would say
give a
probably
Tyrant-
not now.
That's kind of what I was thinking. Like, as a...
Because
when you
they're
get
not gonna
back,
give
you know...
Yeah,
then
they're
you-
not going to give somebody they don't.
And this isn't a killing mission.
nice weapon.
Yeah.
This
weapons.
is a stealth mission. So in fact, that's actually the quartermaster's flat out going to say, "I thought you were going on a stealth mission. So we're not. No weapons. No
Well,
weapons.
our monk here might want some knuckles.
Knuckles? I'll give him some knuckles," and he punches him as hard as he can right in his bad hand.
Hey, that's not what I asked for. Ow!
No. By total coincidence, the pain's gone. Actually, in all honesty, since it's been 4 days, just roll a d20, no modifiers.
No modifiers. That's a 16.
Okay, that's what I consider good enough. So, the pain is gone, so the distraction's gone. You still feel a little bit, but as long as you don't go punching anybody over the next few days, you should be fully fine. Unless you want more pain, I can give you more pain.
No.
Do we
That's
have I
okay.
noticed him like gingering his hand?
That's
Wait,
a good
so-
question. Have you
You
been?
said 4 more days have gone by? I want to write that down.
Yes. It was a
Have
bit of
you
a
been
trip.
gingering your hand, Tyron?
Huh?
Have you been favoring that hand?
I mean, I've kind of just sort of gotten used to using the other one for a while.
So,
It hasn't really been in pain
but you just haven't
for
really been using it.
about for about 4 days.
Here's the obviously villain of the party. Here, we'll just put him over here. Where you guys? There we go.
So that means that puts this up at 7 days now. Oh my word,
Yep, that sounds about right.
that's awesome.
Did I already do cavalry? I did not.
But yeah, if I ever get Knuckles, that'll be like
Actually,
later.
Working for Gannon.
yes. Follow me, man. So, you're also all going to be offered horses. These are loans. But you are being offered... Did I already? No, I did not. You're being offered them...
They have to come back.
Yes. But they are, being offered to speed up the journey.
And Auralia will flat tell you, I get lectured every time they tell me I can borrow a horse to get going on things, that if they don't come back, it's coming out of my pay, which means no truffles.
And horses are pretty expensive, as anybody who knows anything about horses will tell you.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, well, we shall be
I know that.
very diligent with them and get them back to you in as good a shape as we got them in.
Excellent.
There's just this army of named characters just building up.
Listen, I'm trying to get I'm almost done with the ones I've finished with at the moment. I'm not actually done yet, but I've been working on the
Company, this is a stealth mission.
So it's funny. I gotta show this one real quick. So this is the assassin character, right? And
Wait, pick him up again. Is that gray line what you were talking
yes.
about earlier?
Yeah. So,
Okay, I
try
don't
this.
see that on all the ones you were picking up. I didn't see that on earlier.
Yeah,
So,
it's.
I have a green
weird.
line whenever I pick it up because it is.
Oh my
the same
god, you're
color.
right. What the hell?
It's the same color as our colors.
That feels like a patch change because the last time we did this, that was not here. I would have noticed that immediately.
So everybody has different colors. So when they pick
So
it up,
you can
it's
tell
highlighted in their
which
color.
token you have picked up.
Mm-hmm.
That's irritating.
Yeah.
Whatever. Maybe it's an option. I'll look into it later. Anyways, I wanted to point out the assassin here because, like, he looks like a completely normal guy, except when he has his blades out, which is why I picked that particular animation for him. But his attack animations are hysterical. He does this thing where he's like this, and his blades out, and he's lunging into the air like 10 feet up into the air, and that's his attack, is Foong! Because, that's what an assassin does. It runs up and shuriken someone.
That's what I do all the time.
Yeah, exactly. That's the standard procedure right there. All right, so
So I mean, like, you've played Jedi Outcast, right?
which one's that one?
That was
Which one is that one?
There's several Jedi games, and I get them all very confused.
It's not a
Okay.
proper kill unless the blood.
The
reaches
answer is
3 stories high.
probably yes.
I mean, I have assuredly played it at some
So
point.
like
but-
the best quick kill mechanic for any enemy that you come across is the forward lunge. You're in the fast saber style, and you crouch and just swing straight up.
Does not sound familiar. I'm sorry, but I believe you. I'm sorry.
So I mean, there is a
There's precedence.
precedent.
Yeah. Ooh, here we go. Oh my goodness, pirate. There's a pirate sprite. So,
and I'm not the pirate sprite.
I'm tired of my hair blending in with the wall.
but it's so pretty. All right. So no weapons, no things. You get the horses. You're gonna head off. All right. We're actually going to cut off there before you get to Burnsley. I also need to design the map for Burnsley. As a fresh reminder, even though I've already said it, we will not be doing this until the 7th at the earliest. We're not sure which of the 2 games we'll be doing that day. A lot of that depends on how Guido's situation goes. So, preference towards there, backup towards here. Either way, one way or another, we'll be streaming again sometime in January. And I'll see you guys next time.
Bye.